what's going on. Is it picking up my mouse? Can't tell. Is it got the mouse? Oh yeah, it's a different colour from the actual one though. Fair enough. What are the stats? The stream is healthy. Doesn't really show other stuff. It's just me viewing it. I'll try switching screens, see what happens. Cool. Alright. I'm just gonna test this. I don't really care. I'm gonna be listening to music and YouTube vids and whatnot. Do some coding and have a look at this later, as long as it's unlisted. Cool. Oh yep. Super low quality. That's okay. So I just need to do some work for an hour or two and chill the brain. Can't be bothered playing golf or XCOM, so might as well do this.
Brash zoom on her face while she says Scorpion's catchphrase. Come here. Perfect. Renee starts cracking open and melting, and I guess that makes this one boy finally realize that, yeah, maybe you don't want your zombie mom to be the one with custody. Father and I are trying to work things out. No, I'm good. Turns out one parent's enough. Jeff helps his dad.
Alright. So this did not work. I'm going to turn that down a little bit so I can hear it, but I can still think. Alright, so last time I run this, it stopped at the missing data part. I'm not sure why. I think it must have been because of this. Yeah, so I'll debug it to there. Sorry, I got sick last night. Ate some Indian food. It was delicious, but yeah. Okay, so we want to go to this URL. Gonna use Bing. Channel ID is that. So I think it's having a problem with getting the data. Oh fuck, where is it? Oh. Sorry, I got so many windows open. Okay, so you can't copy from that part. This is what I don't like about this part here. Yeah, why shouldn't that work? There we go. Cool.
The king of the planets, Jupiter, a colossal world that scientists believe can help us better understand the origin of the sun.
Right, so channel ID, why doesn't that work?
Observed as a wandering star by ancient civilizations, it took until the year 1610 before
It's there.
Jupiter could be seen in detail when Galileo first peered through a small telescope and discovered
It's weird, man.
Giant's largest moons. In more recent times, and continuing Galileo's legacy,
Well, have an opportunity to debug stuff. Because it's getting it. Sorry, I got to turn that. I'm watching some stuff about science and space, but now I've got to think. So I'm going to turn up my music and I'll get YouTube slapped, but what the fuck, I don't care. Failed network error. Great. Deal with that later. It's a bit loud. Okay, so we're getting 404. Don't know why. I'll figure the 404 out why later. Actually, I'll put that in my to-do. So this is a bit weird the way it's set up. You can... this is where the code actually runs in the YouTube subs app. Sorry, in the app script area. But it's not a good place to actually do coding. Like, you know, I'm a VS Code boy. So I'm just going to add a to-do. But for now, I want to figure out why 404s. We'll understand that later. But for now, I just want to deal with 404 instead of fail. It has to go, okay, yep, that didn't work. So go to the next one. This is basically all the stuff I wrote down at some stage to say, yeah, these are things I want to put in this app. So email toggle, as in you can get emails and not. You can choose your own keyword to do filtering within your thing. That should be easy. We can change, put date in subject. Oh, okay. So right, like if you go to the spreadsheet, I'll bring that up here, and you add a channel ID here, but they might not have posted it in 3 months. Might be some Vsauce or some shit who only does it a couple times a year. But when it triggers an email, because you've just run it for the first time, it should put the date in the email somehow, modify the headers or something like that. So you don't think it's a brand new one. What the fuck? Present to a meeting? No, later. Proper subscription page. Yep. The whole this all started because they changed the subscription page. They got rid of the lists and they got rid of the notifications. The only things that I ever used on YouTube. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna find a way to bring it back, even if it's personal. If someone wants to subscribe to my stuff, buy the app, whatever. But I gotta fix my problems. Alright, show subscription feed from X time. So I think this is doable. So for instance, just say you want to see what your subscription page would have looked like 2 years ago, because things might have been better. I don't know. Yeah, you should be able to put in a date, and it'll go hit the API, get all the videos around about that time from your subscriber feed, and display them. Because right now you have to go one by one, and nobody does that, so they're just lost to time. Playlists, definitely. Playlists are completely crap on YouTube now. I don't always want to watch, you watch one cat video and for some reason it just keeps playing cat videos. You're just like, no, I want to mix it up. Or sometimes I'm just in the mood for watching stuff about space or Star Trek or science or how buttholes grow hair, all that sort of stuff. But their playlist system is utter garbage now. That I think they've deliberately designed that for their algorithm. Blah. All right, auto-populate playlists. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. It should you should be able to use a keyword to add it to a playlist. Shareable playlists. This one I'm not sure about, because once you get in the realm of sharing stuff online, you open yourself up to so many problems. So I'm going to keep that one in the back of my head. Yeah, category tags, ignore words. So, you know, I fucking hate mukbang and reaction videos. So if that comes up in my thing, it's just like, no, I don't want to watch you eat or watch you react to the latest Marvel comic trailer. Total vids, they just show how many vids, blah blah blah. And I'm a numbers geek, so it'd be cool to just show Veritasium, uploads on average twice per month or some shit, and whatever. Check if you can name. Oh yeah, so this one, I don't know. I used to do some weird shit with email way back in the day, but I don't know if Gmail allows you to do it via the API that I'm using. Because it'd be nice if I was getting the latest upload from Veritasium or whatever, that it would say Veritasium at YouTube blah in my inbox without complicating the subject and the header. But I don't know if that's possible anymore. It used to be, but a lot of that stuff has been severely restricted. And then I decided to find out why the 404s. So that's I think this is the MPV here. Just getting this working, and then doing those things. The other stuff is kind of like add-on. It's like they'll be a lot more complicated. So I just want to finish this bloody app, put it back up again, because I did one like this years ago. YouTube changed their API and basically fucked everything, and I was just like, I don't care anymore. Yeah, cool. So this gets the spreadsheet ID. So this is the heart of the data. Like, this is all really messy code right now. I go up and I refactor later. I just spill my brain out into the code first, though. So the spreadsheet ID, you connect it to your YouTube, to your Sheets account. I'm just using Google Sheets because it's easy for keeping data in right now. It's a little more complicated to connect, but later on I might set it up so that it can be a simple no SQL database or a text file on your website, whatever. The point is, for now, it links to Google Sheets, because then I can go back to I can go straight to the sheet and I can modify data directly if I see something a bit fucky. And yeah. Alright, so yeah, the range B2 to D6, I just picked a random number basically. But yeah, B2 is the top of the thing because at the moment, so YouTube restricts you to 1,000 subscribing to 1,000 channels, which, arbitrary, but okay number. However, there's some stuff that I subscribe to. I've been using YouTube since it first started. I was using predecessors. So there's accounts that I subscribe to, hundreds or thousands, 15 years ago, that stops me from subscribing to others. Or when you subscribe, it's like a shadow subscribe. So if I looked at my subscriptions page right now, I'm not going to put that up on stream, but doesn't show the actual ones that I want. Like they just get overrun with whatever YouTube thinks I should watch, not what I've chosen to, and it's just that's not cool, man. So yeah, that's these ones here. These these are channels that I want to be notified of, and I want to have something in my. I want to have something in my inbox that tells me about it. So I don't know. Looks like she's got a cooking show. Yeah, Marian's Kitchen. So you know, she does good good food stuff. So yeah, I have not seen her come up on my subscription feed for probably 3 months. I don't know why. I'm subscribed to her, but yeah, just she's not there. And that's what this is supposed to fix. And what I noticed when I was going through all this stuff, there are hundreds of channels that I'm subscribed to that I liked watching, the science and cooking stuff, that they just don't show up because they're not good enough for Google's algorithm. So yeah, go fuck yourself, Google. Even though I'm currently live streaming on YouTube. So I'm gonna fix it. Cool. All right. I'm talking through it as well just to remember because I haven't touched this code for quite a while. So it goes through each of the YouTube channels on there. Yep, cool, easy. Gets the channel ID, gets the latest video that is listed there, and it gets the last check date. So there's actually it's this one here which is kind of hidden, but yeah, basically it says because this will run every few hours or something. I'm going to make that a variable that you can specify, but the problem there is that you will you'll get severely restricted if you hit the API too much, or you try to use your email API too much. So I get it, and the other thing is like I don't care about hearing what videos are up every 15 minutes. So there's going to be I've just put in a random number. That's in epoch time. So it's like milliseconds. It's like 3 hours, I guess. I can't remember, but yeah. So even though that this algorithm, this app might run every you could run this app every 5 minutes, but it will check before it hits the API. It will say, okay, now we checked half an hour ago and there was nothing, so no point looking again, because yeah, that'll be up to the user to select. But for me, that's generally, an hour's 6 hours or a day, because I'm not interested in people who upload more than once a day, basically. So yeah, if it's already checked within that time period, so I'm just going to go with 3 hours, then it doesn't bother. So if the last checked is greater than right about now, funk so brother, then it doesn't bother. Just goes, nah, we'll check again next time the code runs. Otherwise, this is where I'm having the problem at the moment. Got the 404, and it just crashed the script from here. So this object here, YouTube XML, yeah, all right. There's some weird stuff in the Google Apps coding, but I don't mind it. It's easy enough to pick up. So yeah, there's another. It's pseudo JavaScript, I guess. Like it just extends it, kind of. So they've got this thing called URL fetch app, and it fetches whatever you send it, but you have to be careful because you can't just like go and hit it 1,000 times in a row. It'll just like go, no, we're gonna stop your account from working. Alright, and current channel ID. So, cool. And now, if we get a response code of less than 300, so obviously, if you know anything about web stuff, that means it was successful in some way. Then we do all this stuff. So 300 means no, fuck off, basically. 400 means there's a problem, and 500 means the service is down. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of codes in the middle which are subcodes. Yeah. So what we're doing here is we're hitting that with a 404, which means none of this happens. And then what? I gotta refactor this because this is getting a bit long. Basically, if it's more than about 20 lines long, like if you can't see your entire function in one screen like this, so you can suss out what's going on, it's too long. Because I've written millions of lines of code, and then I've had to go and fix it 6 months, 6 years later, and I'm just like, I spent 2 days just going and remembering what it all does. But if you, alright, that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to add much new stuff here. I want to fix the 404 problem, but I want to refactor the code first. Because refactoring it will reteach me what the hell is going on here. Because I probably wrote this really tired or drunk or something, and I know I can figure it out, but it might be another week or another month before I touch this code again, and I want to get in and go, oh yep, cool, that's why it's not working. But I need a 2-minute break. Okay, I got Mac music playing in the background, but I'm not sure I'm liking it right now. I think I'm going to put on some Star Trek, because I can code to Star Trek, but when there's the new science videos and stuff, I like to pay a bit more attention to them, and I can't really think. But Star Trek, I can just like background, and it's cool. And I can occasionally just look over when I need a break and go, yep, that's fun. Excuse me. What do I feel like? apart from a jelly donut. Voyager. The Omega Directive. See, one of the other reasons is that I know every episode back to front pretty much, so I can just tune it out, but also know what's going on while I think about code and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's refactor shit. Actually, I'm gonna stop this one and I'll start another one because I just want to test if this actually worked. Like, the stream is literally called Test 2 Coding Stuff. Not that I care, but I just want it to be good in case I have to share this sort of stuff later on.